Good morning, everyone. I'm Lammert Stavast, a chartered accountant for the past 13 years. I've had my own tax and accounting practice, basically also for 12 years. And accounting and tax planning was always my passion. But then in the past 3 years or so, I saw with the my typical small to medium client, there's a big gap in the market regarding business valuations, business plans, growing your business, knowing what would actually add value to your business. And that's why I then started this business, Check Your Business Value, to specifically help other small to medium enterprises, small business owners to grow their business, and when they want to exit the business, to actually get a fair value for their business. So I think I'll start my presentation just to give you some background as to what the typical business cycle for a business owner is. So typically you start with this big idea, a dream. You want to change the world, you want to add value to other people, and you start to put all these puzzle pieces together to open your business. And so you start in your startup phase, you start to build your business, you start to get that minimum viable product set up. If you're in a services business, you start to provide that service to customers. You start to market, you start to build a brand. Well, sometimes you have to choose your legal entity, even if it's only a sole proprietor. You have to choose your entity that you're going to do business in, and that's also a big part of what we advise on, is what legal entity would be best suited to create and protect your business value at a later stage. But I'll get back to that point a bit later. And then in that startup phase, you start to develop your systems, your procedures, to provide a quality product or provide a quality service to your clients. And typically, after your startup phase, if you've got a good product or you got a good service, you start to add these new products, new services. You start to improve on your products and services, and you start to employ people. You start to employ managers, supervisors. You maybe start to expand to new locations, maybe add new partners, new branches, new it's usually a hectic phase, because you start off at zero and then you jump into a 10-20% year-on-year growth. So usually business owners, it's a hectic time for a new business owner, and you have to do everything yourself, trying to learn as quickly as possible all the things necessary to run a business, your marketing, your brand, your product management, your accounting, your admin. You've got to do it all. But after the growth phase, hopefully there's a stability and value creation phase where your growth stabilized. You sorted out all your long-term partnerships. You're now working on your systems and procedures to fine-tune it, and then also doing employee empowerment to get the correct managers in place, your key men in the correct positions to make sure that your business get to that point where there's stability and value creation. And at the end, there's a possible retirement or exit of the business owner, or a handover to a employee or managers, and that is basically where, or the growth path, or a typical a business timeline. And each business owner here on the online meeting can put yourself into one of these phases and see where they are currently. Just to mix it up a bit, during these phases, any of these life events can typically derail a business owner's growth or journey. It's typically an event like a divorce, death, a disability, or retirement that can influence this growth path. And now you could maybe ask, when a business valuation, when and why would you need it? Because when I tell people I do a business valuation, they think, okay, it's only when I'm wanting to sell my business, maybe at retirement or some similar event, I would only then need a business valuation. But today I want to tell you, even if you're in a startup phase or a growth phase, or in the stability and value creation phase, you can get value by doing a business valuation. So what we do business valuations for a lot of clients in different situations, and I'm going to try and tell you when and why you would need it, and you can take yourself in, or see where in the different phases you are currently, and why a business valuation would add value. So the first obvious one is when you want to sell your business. So we assist to maximize your returns, also to be as tax efficient as possible, because when you sell your business, there's capital gains to take into account, and that can take up to 40% of your returns that you have to give back to the taxman. So structuring your sale of business as efficiently as possible can have a huge impact on your cash flow. And also, by using us as an independent business valuator, you can create a buyer confidence. Second of all, a business valuation can add value if you want to buy a business. Let's say you're in a growth phase and you want to acquire a new entity, a competitor, or you want to add value by adding some new products or services that you currently can't offer, and you want to buy a business, you can do a valuation on that business to ensure that you're not overpaying for the new business. It can help you to identify risks in the new business, and having an independent valuation can be a great negotiation tool to negotiate a better price, better deal terms when you want to buy a business. Or it can assist with when you want to apply for funding to buy a business, because the funders would like to see the potential of the business, and that you can actually afford to repay any funds that's being borrowed. The third thing we can assist with is estate planning. So If you own a business, operate a business in your own name or in a company, that would fall into your estate on date of death. So SARS has a prescribed valuation method. You can't do it anywhere else. They've got a valuation method that they specified to do the valuation of your business. And when we do estate planning, we take into account what the possible capital gains taxes would be on date of death, and also what your estate duty could be. Now, if your estate is less than 30 million, you're going to pay 20%, and if it's more, then you're going to pay 25% on all your assets. So just taking into account that you're going to pay capital gains tax and estate duty, it's not far-fetched to budget for about 50% that you're going to have to pay to SARS in taxes on date of death. So what we do is, in estate planning, we help you structure your estate to minimize the potential taxes, and ensuring that that the business can stay viable after date of death. That all the value you've created during the years of business,
to the venue.
during the years as business owners, that value can be carried over to the next generation.
Oh, this guy's clever now. He took your pocket.
Yeah.
Sorry. Then we also assist with tax planning, and it ties into the estate planning, but it can be offered as a separate service to help you restructure your business for tax benefits. Just by restructuring your business between a sole proprietor and maybe a company that's registered for a small business corporation, you can actually save up to 20% of the taxes payable each year. So just by restructuring or separating your business into different entities, you can actually achieve some tax benefits, and we assist with that restructuring. We also assist with your asset allocation and asset protection plans, and all of this creates value in the business. If your business is structured properly, there's proper protection in your business, this actually creates value in the business for potential new owners, or, well, for the current owner as well, to ensure that the value created in the business stays protected and can be carried into future generations. As I said previously, we also assist to identify risks and also mitigate the risks of life events, because these life events we can't typically predict during the business life cycle. Typically, if you're married and there's a divorce, the assets needs to be divided, and there needs to be a value attributed to the business, to the asset shares. So we can assist with calculating the value of the business at the date of divorce, or whenever the attorneys agree upon. Then also disability, death, we can assist in calculating a value for, I think, yeah, I'm going to skip disability and death because we're going to buy and sell agreements a bit later on. And then on the last life event is retirement. So most business owners dream of retiring someday, but they want their business to move forward, to go into the next generations, still keep maybe earning dividends from the business. So we can assist with properly valuing the business as to maybe sell, or to structure the business that the current owners still earn benefits from the business, even though they may not be in the business every day, or they more in a oversight position. So in the insurance space, there's a thing called buy and sell agreements, specifically to assist or to mitigate business owners the risk of disability and death. So what typically happens is, if you've got a partner, you maybe have 50-50 shareholding of a business, and you want to limit the risk of maybe one partner dying suddenly, or there's an accident and he's disabled, can't contribute to the business anymore. Buy and sell insurance policy is a great way to limit the risk of such an business partner dying or suffering a disability. So let's say business owner A takes out a life insurance or a disability policy on the life of business owner B, and business owner B the same. So if there's an event that a disability or death event, then they can buy the shares with the proceeds of the insurance policy. So there's you don't have the exposure to a cash flow shortfall, or a sudden need for extra cash to do a buyout. So we also assist in determining what the value would be in such a case, that you can apply or agree on a buy and sell agreement at a reasonable price. So yes,
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay, great. So that's the services we offer, and the different scenarios we can provide a business valuation to a business owner. As you can see, this, let's say tax planning, we can assist a business owner that's only starting a new business to make sure your taxes is in place. It's the best structure to obtain the most tax benefits. But even if you're in a growth phase or a stability phase, in a growth phase or the stability phase, we can still assist with doing a tax planning or a restructuring. The same with estate planning. Buying or selling a business does not need to happen at the end of a business cycle. It can happen at the start as well. So right through the whole business cycle, you can actually gain value by doing a business valuation. So yeah, maybe just to close off is, if you feel like this lady, a little bit confused, not sure, or you want to know a little bit more, yeah, please set up a coffee date with myself, or we can do an online meeting, a Zoom meeting. You can send an email to info@checkyourbusinessvalue.co.za, or you can contact me directly on 072-545-0916. Then we've got a website. We can also see what services we can offer. We've got partners that provide funding opportunities for your business. We can also create business plans, and we've got a nice little free valuation calculator on the website, where we offer a basic valuation of your business. And then as a last offer, if you send an email to me, we can also, I prepared a rule of thumb business valuation booklet for all members that attended this morning's meeting. So if you send me an email, I'll gladly send you our pocket guide. Yes. Thank you so much, David.
Thank you so much, Lamet. That was very, very interesting, very informative, and it's something that we all need to do, especially for all the different events. So thank you very much for sharing that. I'm sure there's a lot of questions. So if you do, Lamet's going to put his details into the chat, and then please get hold of him. I'll also be saving that chat. So what will happen is that chat will go onto the WhatsApp group. But also, if you wouldn't mind, just putting your details there, and obviously, you know, as far as POPIA is concerned, if you put your details there, you agree to all the conditions of POPIA. So thank you very much. Great presentation. Now it's time for us to do the 30 seconds, and we're going to go through it. I'm just going to go to the different screens here, and I'm going to stop recording. Thank you very much, Lamet. Great presentation.